All right, let's just jump right in. For as long as I can remember, we've all heard the same old line, right? You need money to make money. It kind of feels like there's this secret club, and you can't get in unless you've already got a ton of cash. But what if that's not true at all? What if the secret to building wealth isn't about how much money you have, but about the systems you build?
So, yeah, that's the big question we're going to tear apart today. Because the truth is, and you might not believe this, you can actually start building wealth with basically nothing. $0. It just takes a shift in how you think about it. Look, this isn't some get rich quick scheme. It's about being smart with the stuff you already have. Your time, what you know, and yeah, even that spare change rattling around.
And this is the light bulb moment. It's the one thing that separates people who are always just trading their time for a paycheck from those who are building something real, something that lasts. The whole point isn't to just work harder and harder. No, the goal is to build assets, these systems that can make money for you, even when you're off doing something else. Okay, so here's the game plan. First step, we're going to get our heads in the right space, lock in that wealth system mindset. Then we'll talk about investing your first few bucks, and I mean it, no matter how small. After that, we're diving into how to cash in on what you already know, then how to create actual physical products. And to wrap it all up, we're going to have a serious, no-fluff chat about what passive income really is. Everything, and I mean everything, starts right here. See, most of us are programmed to think this way. You work an hour, you get paid for an hour. Simple, right? Well, the wealth system mindset just completely throws that idea out the window. Instead, you build something once. Maybe it's a tiny investment, or a PDF guide, or a simple t-shirt design. And that one thing, that asset, can keep earning money for you, over and over again. It's about breaking that direct link between your time and your money. All right, let's kick things off with the first, and honestly, the easiest system to get started with. The source material calls it the boring starter. And yeah, I know, it doesn't sound super exciting, but its job is huge. It's about proving to yourself, like right now, today, that your money can actually grow without you doing a thing. It's all about that first psychological win. It's kind of crazy how much of a difference one simple choice can make. Most of us just let our cash sit in a regular old bank account, earning, well, basically nothing. You see that tiny little bar there? That's what you're getting. But just by moving it into a high-yield account, bam, you're suddenly giving it a real chance to grow. It's the exact same money, you've just put it in a much smarter place where it actually goes to work for you. And this is where things get really interesting. Just think about it. All that loose change from your coffee, your lunch, what if you could put it to work? There are these cool micro-investing apps that'll round up your purchases to the next dollar and automatically invest that difference for you. It's like invisible money. And over time, it could turn into something pretty massive. We're talking a potential $15,000 over 20 years, from money you literally would not have noticed was gone. So here's the bottom line on this one. The big promise? This is about as set it and forget it as you can get. Your money just grows without you touching it. But, and this is a big but, the catch is you can't freak out about only making like 50 cents in the first month. That's not the point. This first step isn't about the money at all. It's about building the habit. It's about seeing with your own eyes that the system actually works. That's the win. Okay, let's shift gears to the next system. This one is all about using the most powerful asset you own. And no, it's not in your bank account. It's what's between your ears. Your brain. Seriously, this is for anyone who's ever figured out a solution to a problem. Doesn't matter if it's big or small. So there's this concept called knowledge arbitrage. I know, it sounds super complicated, but it's actually really simple. Think about a problem you've solved. Maybe you created this awesome, complex spreadsheet for your job, or you figured out a workout routine that finally worked for you. You take that solution and you package it up. You only have to do the work one time, but you can sell that solution again and again and again. And getting this off the ground is surprisingly simple. Step 1, just pinpoint a problem you've gotten good at solving. Step 2, package up that solution. It could be a simple PDF, a quick video, whatever. Step 3, get it up on a marketplace like Etsy. The cool thing is there are already millions of people on there actively looking for answers to their problems. Now, the potential here is kind of mind-blowing. Think about it. Digital products are basically pure profit. There's no inventory to store, no boxes to ship, but, and you knew there was a but coming, it's a crowded market out there.
To actually stand out, you can't just sell a generic budgeting guide. No way. It has to be something super specific, like a budgeting guide for freelance artists who have no idea how much they'll make next month. You've got to solve a really specific, really painful problem so that when someone sees it, they think, oh my gosh, that's exactly what I've been looking for.
There's another angle to this too, something we'll call curated affiliate marketing. And I want you to forget all about those spammy, annoying links you see everywhere. This is different. This is about genuinely sharing the stuff you actually use and love. The tools, the books, the apps that have made your life easier. Don't think of it as spamming links. Think of it as creating a toolkit page on a website, a go-to resource for people, where you can earn a little something for a long, long time. Okay, enough with the digital stuff for a minute. Let's move into the physical world. This next batch of systems is for anyone who likes the idea of building or investing in assets you can, actually touch and see.
Let's just compare the old way of getting into real estate with the new way. The traditional path, you needed a giant pile of cash for a down payment, and then you had to deal with late-night calls about broken toilets. Ugh. But now, with things called REITs, that's real estate investment trusts, you can get started with like $50. You're basically buying a tiny piece of a huge company that owns and manages big properties like apartment complexes or malls, and you get your cut of the rent without ever having to be a landlord.
And what's really wild about REITs is how they're set up. Get this, by law, they have to pay out at least 90% of their taxable income back to the shareholders as dividends. So that giant slice you see, that's not going to company bonuses. That's coming straight to the investors, straight to you. You are, quite literally, collecting rent checks without owning a single building. Okay, next up. This one's for all you creative people out there, even if you don't think you are one. It's called Print on Demand. This system lets you take your ideas, your cool designs, clever quotes, whatever, and put them on things like t-shirts or coffee mugs. But here's the absolute best part. There is zero risk. You don't have to buy a single shirt up front. You don't pay anything until someone actually buys your design. And then another company handles all the printing and shipping. And it really is this easy. First, just find a niche, a topic you're really into. Let's say gardening. Then, come up with a simple design or a funny phrase that other gardeners would totally get. And finally, you just upload that to a website that does all the heavy lifting, the printing, the packing, the shipping. All you have to do is come up with the fun ideas.
So, we've looked at all these different systems, but now we've got to get real for a second. We need to have a serious chat about passive income, because I'm pretty sure it's the single most misunderstood idea in this whole world of building wealth.
And listen, if you take away only one thing from all of this, let it be this. Nothing is passive on day one. It's just not. There's no magic button you can press. You have to do the active work up front. You have to actually research the investments. You have to write the guide. You have to create the design. The passive part, that's your reward. It's what you get later for the work you're putting in now.
So really, your first goal shouldn't be to make $1 million. Your first goal should be to make your first $50 passively, because that $50, man, it's worth so much more than just $50. It's proof. It's the proof that you built a little machine that made you money while you were sleeping or at the gym or just hanging out. That right there, that's your first real taste of freedom.
And in the end, that's what this is all about. Building these systems, it isn't just about piling up money. It's about buying back your time. It's about giving yourself more choices, more options in life. So the question I want to leave you with is a simple one. What is 1 hour of your freedom really worth?